Alright, welcome to part 4. I'm recording this right after the last part. I wanted to listen back to the audio and everything, just make sure it's all good. I think it's all good. Let's do the next, Guerilla pop.
This one says, there's still time to surrender. Maybe a bad choice of words considering.
Still time to surrender.
Time to surrender? What's the context here?
This was last year, September. These leaflets, they were dropped maybe a day before the fighting began. You see, the guerrillas there, they'd found themselves a new leader. Charismatic, ex-military. For him, this was no time to surrender. Far from it. In fact, he used that time to rally his people. Encourage them to resist, build defenses. Meanwhile, the army was setting up for a major offensive. The attack on Oreo Castro, it was no secret. Of course, after the leaflet
Little leaflet drone, I like this addition to Lost 4.
So the little I do know, well, that brings us back to the brother. The one who disappeared. His name was Alexis. He volunteered to build a barricade. Town was his home, after all.
I remember in one of the escape multiplayer modes, there was a leaflet drop and it had like a custom image that was just like we totally don't want to kill you, we just want to give you cake or whatever. Pretty cool use of it. Other than that, I haven't seen leaflets really be used in any scenario or anything, but definitely a cool idea.
So, these leaflets, they were a warning to the town.
Yeah, they confirmed the offensive.
The government was concerned about civilian casualties.
Don't sound too surprised.
So, NATO's message, do you think it was getting through? I mean,
I like how they have the little QR code.
That's the principle of
I
precaution,
think it's a fake QR code, but let me try.
Or maybe they
go to that on my
all
phone.
The extra paperwork.
I don't think it'll work. Open in Chrome. It did work partially. I just went to arma3.com, but it's a cool little detail. Little, yeah, All-Star Forces Ministry of Defense. Nice little functionality there.
By that point, the guerrillas were short on vehicles, damaged, destroyed, or otherwise. They had to improvise.
I have the little SMG. I like the idea of a guerrilla only having an SMG, because like that's the only weapon he could get his hands on. Stavro here. Good to see you again, bro. Shame about what happened to you in Eastwind.
Alexis lived in a workshop. During the attack, he let his
some
comrades
mods
set
on
up
the
a position there.
He put his home right in the line of fire. Quite a sacrifice.
Some weapons here. Anything upstairs? See, they even put detail into the upstairs area. Some UXOs. Laptop. Oh, there's a little aid station in here. That's cool. That's cool. Outfit guy, very Daisy. Daisy soldier right there. Here's a little firing range over here.
You know about what happened through the brother. Alexis, was it? Did you meet him?
Not directly, but, you know, it's a small town, right? People knew Alexis. After what happened here, I talked to the locals. Found out what I
There's more hearing protection.
The rest of what I know is pieced together from the commission report itself.
Actually, that incident report, The
Little
evidence
Bluetooth
is
speaker.
useless.
Now that's some nice
That's
detail
partly
right
why I
there.
asked for the interview. I want to gain a human perspective.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, for a humanitarian commission, those reports tend to be,
A little detached. Yeah.
I know. Now I've seen videos of Bohemia, like they were doing it was like a video about their company or whatever, and they showed them actually at a firing range. I'm definitely sure that I'm
At
pretty
what
sure Czech
point did
Republic is
things
actually one of the
become
top
unsafe in the center
like
of town?
gun-owning
well, I'm not sure it was
countries.
ever completely safe.
So I'm sure a lot of the
Even before
development
things
team has
escalated,
experience
we were
with
concerned about
firearms
being
and everything.
accidentally targeted.
Um,
And to be honest, it didn't matter where we moved.
so maybe whoever designed
that
this
always remained a concern.
knows enough about firearms to be like, oh yeah, they'd be wearing hearing protection or whatever. Yeah, I like that little detail. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, I need to get the vehicles for the, let's walk around a bit. Maybe we'll see something about some FIA guys patrolling.
How well armed were these guerrillas?
Couldn't say for sure. Varied from
Axe
place
throwing
to place.
contest.
There was actually an armory in a building on the west side of the town.
Another nice little
It's
detail.
somewhere we still need to investigate once we find a way in. Vehicles
Can I
are
see what's in
scattered
the
all across
armory?
the town.
You got the laser designator there. RPGs, weapons. Pretty well armed guerrillas, all things considered. Steal a vehicle.
These vehicles, I suppose all of them were taken without consent.
Well, yeah, given the circumstances. The owners couldn't exactly refuse.
Right, but that's the thing. Never mind theft being illegal. The laws of armed conflict prohibit such actions.
This is
Help
kind
me
of
out
a
with some context here. This
like I've heard
barricade.
complaints
I mean, it was
about the
crude, right?
this part
A gap
being
between
like
two outcrops of rock.
feeling like this is like a violation of the laws of armed conflict, stealing civilian vehicles, which, like, you know, seems like a pretty tame
the commission
crime or
actually
war
linked the
crime,
plates
you
to a
know,
number of
given the
locals.
circumstances.
Of course,
But
several were still missing after the incident, so the investigation made some assumptions.
Stop me if this is a delicate topic, but I'd like to press you for more information on the executions.
No, I mean, you're investigating war crimes. I'll tell you what I can. Hey, just a thought. You remember the earthquakes back then?
Yes, they were quite frequent. Were IDAP at all concerned about that?
Oh, yeah. Any kind of disaster relief on top of what we were dealing with, it would have just about finished us off completely.
did we skip some dialogue about the war crimes? Maybe we may have when we got the earthquake. Not sure. Yeah, not getting in there. But yeah, I think, you know, technically stealing civilian property is a war crime, I think, or against the laws of armed conflict at least. But, you know, morally, is it so terrible that these guys who are defending a town are using these civilian cars and stuff to make a barricade? I mean, not really. I don't personally, if this happened in real life, I wouldn't care that much considering everything else going on. But stealing an ambulance may be a bridge too far, so I won't do that. Especially when, you know, they would give help to your guys if they need it, and the civilians in the town. Doesn't seem like something that Alexei would do, or whoever this guy is.
Sorry,
I think his name's Alexis.
Just, I was thinking, even took a local priest's call. I remember I was talking to Father Georgiopoulos, and he was actually very good about the whole thing.
How so?
Something about rich men and camels.
Grab the van for the last one. No dialogue about that? Where's that van? I know I saw it somewhere. Maybe we'll go to Alexis, or I can't remember the names of these guys. Alexis is one of the brothers. The other brother is...
So, just to clarify,
can't remember.
in your email, you said you served as a combat engineer, the Marine Corps?
That's right. South Zagoria, generous.
Then it's fair to say you're no stranger to the subject of my article, the laws of armed conflict.
I've
So he's a
seen
soldier and
few
Schroeder
things,
is.
heard
Or
stories.
Marine, rather not a soldier.
It's rarely been, you know,
Marines get
clear-cut,
autistic about that.
right and wrong.
Oh, absolutely. That's why it's so important to gain your perspective. You've seen things from both sides. I mean, now as an NGO, too.
Sure, yeah.
And just to clarify, Alexis's brother, the civilian killed in the landmine accident, he didn't join the guerrillas, correct?
No, he didn't. I mean, it's not like he didn't care, but he hated the politics of it all. He had his workshop,
Politics.
looked after his neighbors. That was enough for him. He kept to himself.
My kind of guy. Based centrist, am I right? Where is this van? Little dripping water there, that's cool. Where is this van? Saw it somewhere around here. Over this way, maybe? Yes.
Do you think Alexis, I don't know, thought twice about taking these vehicles?
Look, sure, these were his neighbors, but this was their home, and it was under attack. What would you do?
Yeah, my home was under attack. Hard to say if I would get involved in this. I mean, everyone wants to say, yeah, I'm a badass, like, soldier. I'd do it, but, you know, do I have it in me to fight a war? Probably. I'd like to think I do. Did I do it? Yeah, I did it, right? That's objective complete. Did it glitch it out or something? I did it, right? Did I not trigger the next thing? May have bugged it a bit. Might have to reload. I don't have a next objective. I don't think. Search the town. I mean, yeah, I did it. I'm gonna reload. Oh, do I have to restart the whole mission? Huh. Hopefully not, but it's not like that much work. Can I just go down to the mine segment? Like this guy's outfit. So he's got the, what is it called? Deserter outfit, I think. So he's got the AAF combat pants and a, green t-shirt with a little, safari vest and safari hat or whatever. Oh, I forgot what the vest is called. Is it called Safari Vest? Multi-pocket vest, yeah. All of that is added in Laws of War. Go down here. Can I increase time? Yep. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to restart the mission. Okay. We'll just turn time speed up and then do that. Yeah, that objective glitched out.
His name was Alexis.
Okay, let's
He
see.
volunteered to...
Do the same thing. Investigate leaflet. Do it again. Leaflet the VTuber, huh? Blah, blah, blah. Steal the mayor's car. I want to do that. Okay, I don't want to speed up that. Crash into a wall. Oh, I do have some missed frames on my OBS again. 6 missed frames out of 58,000, but I don't think it would even be noticeable. Hopefully.
The gap between two outcrops of rock, natural
So hopefully I can, I don't know, I gotta investigate that, figure out what's causing that.
As for the vehicles in the barricade, the commission actually
Tried settings and stuff, maybe I'll try rolling back my OBS.
Of course, several were still missing after the incident, so the investigation made...
Yeah.
Hey. Oh.
Do you think Alexis, I don't know, thought twice about taking these vehicles?
Look, sure, these are his neighbors, but...
This van's very
this
low
was
to the
their
ground.
home, and it was under attack. What would you do?
So going over low rock walls and stuff. Less than ideal. Park this thing on the middle section, I think. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Or how to turn. Good enough. Alright, I'm still the objective. Still use van, use hatchback, yep. Can we get the dialogue on the executions again?
Stop me if this is a delicate topic, but I'd like to press you for more information on the executions.
No, I mean, you're investigating war crimes. I'll tell you what I can.
Okay. How many were killed?
9.
And, in your opinion, what did this violence achieve?
Nothing. All that... I don't know if
They
it
executed
served any
9 AAF soldiers,
If I
yeah.
understand it, you
Maybe
know
even a
about
NATO
what
soldier, who
happened
knows?
through the brother. Alexis, was it? Did you meet him?
Not directly, but, you know, it's a small town, right? People knew Alexis. After what happened here, I talked to the locals. Found out what I could. The rest of what I know is pieced together from the commission report itself.
Actually, that incident report, the evidence you submitted, that's partly why.
See,
I
they
asked
do
for
a
the
good
interview.
job of this,
I want to
of
gain a human perspective.
making the FIA
Well, that's
seem less like the
understandable.
good guys. Like,
I
they
mean, for a
obviously
humanitarian
are fighting
commission,
against
those
a
reports tend to be,
authoritarian regime, but
A little detached.
they just straight up executed those soldiers. And I mean, obviously we don't know for sure, we don't know the full situation, but I imagine not all of them were war criminals. You know, some of them were probably just conscripts or like just regular soldiers, and they were just executed. So pretty fucked up.
At what point did things become unsafe in the center of town?
Well, I'm not sure it was ever completely safe. Even before things escalated, we were concerned about being accidentally targeted. And to be honest, it didn't matter where we moved. That always remained a concern.
These vehicles, I suppose all of them were taken without consent.
Well, yeah, given the circumstances.
Gotta open
The
the
owners
gate.
couldn't exactly refuse.
Right, but That's the thing. Never mind theft being illegal. The laws of armed conflict prohibit such actions.
Hopefully it doesn't bug out this time. Certainly gotten our length out of this episode, considering it's a short mission. Actually, before I do this next part, I'm going to quickly pause the recording. I have to go to the bathroom. All right, I'm back at Reno, ready to do this.
After Alexis built the barricade, what then? Did he stay inside the town?
No, that's where the story gets more complicated. The barricade itself was later chained up and set on fire by someone else. I don't know quite who. Alexis, he headed west to lay mines.
Windy day. Those windmills go.
Anti-tank mines were already in the ground. If there's no pull fuse, and so long as they've not been stacked, they aren't too hard to remove. But Alexis, although he didn't use anti-handling devices, he did create a hybrid minefield.
AT mines. Mixed with APs.
That's it, yeah. He put anti-personnel mines around the anti-tank ones, made clearance all that much harder.
Not for my demining drone, although it's not exactly super easy even with the demining drone.
These mines, how did they get hold of them?
Nice little messenger bag.
They got them when the government's outpost fell into guerrilla hands. Bounding mines. A type that leaps up a meter into the air before exploding. Nasty stuff. Hell,
Ooh.
nowadays they're even made with plastic casing to throw off older types of mine detector.
There are bounding
lovely.
mines.
Oh yeah, just do yourself a favor. Don't look up.
And they're still there?
Mm-hmm. They're not for long. We're setting up our demining drones as we speak.
Yeah, don't look up bouncing Betty mine wounds. Not a good idea. Push it.
You know, thinking about it, even if we had a record of where Alexis's mines were, it may not do much good.
No? I thought minefield maps were a key part of your work.
Most folks don't realize, but landmines, they don't stay put. Heavy rain, landslides, keeping a map current ain't so simple. And with all the earthquakes in this region, there's little chance they'd all be in the same place. I don't know.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. I don't have a mine detector.
They got them
Do
when
I?
the
I
government's
don't have a mine
outpost
detector,
fell
right? Yeah,
into
I don't.
guerrilla hands.
Kind of annoying.
Bounding mines. A type that leaps up a meter into the air before exploding.
Let's play small again.
Nasty stuff.
Okay.
Hell, nowadays they're even made with plastic casing to
I
throw
don't have
off
to do
older
it.
types
I
of mine
wanted to
detector.
do it, like, you know, properly. Place them around there. I
lovely.
think I can
Oh, yeah.
literally just place them
Just
wherever
do
I
yourself
want.
a favor. Don't look.
And they're still there?
Mm-hmm. They're not for long. We're setting up our demining drones as we speak. You know, thinking about it,
Whoops.
even if we had a record of where Alexis's mines were, it may not do much good.
No? I thought mine... And did he? Place them correctly, I mean.
No, not really. I mean, Alexis had basic training, but I'm more impressed he didn't blow himself up, really.
So, moving
Yeah.
on. Where did Alexis
I've
go
never
next?
not
He
placed
took
them
a quad
correctly,
bike up
so
to the castle behind
it's
the town.
cool that they have a little dialogue for it.
castle? Why?
He was needed at the Guerilla's base camp.
Okay. His group are running things from up at the castle.
Mm-hmm. And I see what you're getting at. Yeah, Geneva Convention's cultural objects, I think.
They burned the
There
barricade.
wasn't any way around it then.
From the road? No, well, not unless you cut through the compound.
They said they chained them together, but whatever. Can't really show chains in Arma 3. Unless you place like objects down, which, you know, funky. Just assume they chained together in the lore.
Maybe a technical question.
Go ahead.
In these situations, do those involved commonly record the locations of minefields?
That's a tough one. Take this situation, for example. I'm convinced Alexis would have made a record. It's his home, after all. But do we have access to that information? No. And that's the problem. Things, information, people, landmines, they get lost in the fog of war. But that's the thing about landmines. Lost or not, they stick around. They wait to be found.
There was a good British war movie. I think it's called like Kilo 26 or something. I saw it on Netflix years ago. About like soldiers trapped in a landmine that had moved. Like the water or like rains over the years had washed the Soviet minefield down the hill or whatever. I recommend seeing that. It's a pretty good movie. Based on a true story. Or I think it's like, you know, it's a real event that happened and they made a movie about it. You know, we got 2 parts recorded in the bag. I'll stagger them a bit, but, you know, since they're not very long, I won't, like, stagger them by weeks or anything. Well, maybe I'll stagger them by, like, a week. Or, like 3 or 4 days, just because I don't have much content planned right now.
Preparations
Just to give a little bit of something to look forward to.
I do, yeah.
On the channel.
Barricade held. The government's tanks were knocked out on the road.
And in the long term?
I'd go on, but as you may have heard, it's getting kind of loud here.
By the sounds of it, you've got your hands full.
This will only take a minute. Be right back.
We'll get to the next save point, and then we'll pick up where we left off, or pause it and pause the recording anyways. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Bet you wish we had one of those in Pakistan, huh?
I gotta admit, that's 60 tons of getting shit done.
Oh, they updated the barricade to be what we drove. That glitchy ass, like, moving the barricade. Alright. We'll end the recording there. So, thanks for watching another Let's Play, and hopefully more content coming in the next few weeks. We'll see. Alright, thanks for watching.